just heard, but it is so grossly unconstitutional. All of you know that the only entity that can take this country to war is the U.S. Congress. The president does not have the right.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Trump decided to bomb Iran, thus causing friction with Iran, who they said that if Trump and the United States get involved, there will be massive consequences. So here we are, the man that said that he was the president of peace, but he always talked about peace through strength, did the unthinkable in regards to bombing Iran on behalf of Bibi Netanyahu, who has been talking about this since the 90s in regards to Iran having nuclear weapons. This video, I want you to hang tight with me. I appreciate you being here, but we are in a very traumatic time frame right now. I can remember back on September 11th of 2001, I was laying in my dorm, sleep, of course, and I get a phone call from my college girlfriend at the time. And she called me frantic. She was just belligerent. She was like, "Oh my God, we've been attacked." And I'm like, what are you talking about? Slow down, slow down. What are you talking about? She said, "They attacked us." And I'm like, "Who is they?" She said, "Turn on the TV. It's on the news right now." She's crying. I mean, it was just like she was talking about her family members or something. But no, we were attacked on 9/11. The Pentagon and the World Trade Center. And I turned on the TV to the news at the time, and my mouth just dropped. And I can remember that day. I'm 43 now. I can remember that day just like it was yesterday. Because when I got that phone call, I was 20 years old at the time. When I got that phone call from my girlfriend who told me what had happened and watching it on TV. Our campus shut down. I mean, everything was on high alert, basically. And I remember that image in that video of George W. Bush sitting there when he got the news in that little kid's classroom, because he was reading a book at the time. And he froze for several minutes. I remember it to this day. And now we have another situation to where we are causing problems in the Middle East on behalf of Donald Trump. On behalf of Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu. I put the blame on any individual that voted for Trump, as I'm hitting my desk here. Any individual that voted for Trump thinking that he was going to be the president of peace, that he was going to bring the economy back, and that he's a businessman and he's a man of God, you are the fucking blame. So Bernie Sanders, one of my favorite people in Congress, in government, a man that has always tried to get a better equality for the United States and the Americans here in this country, he has not deviated from what he's talked about in regards to oligarchies taking over our country because of their millions and billions of dollars that they can give to these politicians to get them to sway a way that is not for the American people. But Bernie Sanders, when he got the news, I could feel the frustration, the anger, and the pain from what has happened and is going on in our country today. Let's play it.
This is a statement from Donald Trump, quote, "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran," etc. And I want to tell you
money out of
something.
politics.
Not only is this news that I've just heard, the second alarming that all of you have just heard, but it is so grossly unconstitutional. All of you know that the only entity that can take this country to war is the U.S. Congress. The president does not have the right.
And that's right. The president does not have the right to go into war without Congress approval. And what this man is doing, Donald Trump is doing, is he's defiling the Constitution, the processes that are in place. The executive is him. The judicial, I can't even get the words out. What's the other one? I'm drawing a blank now. There's the judicial, the executive, and the legislative. The legislative is the one that can say, yes, we need to go into war. We need to bomb Iran because we believe that they have nuclear weapons. And this man and his cronies, all criminals, have went past what Congress wanted to do. And the last time I heard recently today, this is Sunday, June the 22nd. What I heard is that Democrats were not even included in the conversation of what's going to take place on Saturday, June 21st. So this man needs to be impeached. And if anyone, whether it's Democrat or Republican, that does not say, you know what, we need to go ahead and impeach this man, he needs to be removed, but he's not going to be. So that's where we have to step up in the midterms and get every single Republican out of office, every single one. And I know that's not going to officially happen, but the Democrats need to take the House and the Senate, and it's going to be up to us to do it because we don't need another war. We don't need a forever war. The war that went on in Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait against Al-Qaeda, that went on for 20 plus years. Well, let me rephrase that. That went on for a very long time, a very long time. And guess what? It took a black president to get rid of Osama bin Laden. And then it took a Democratic president in Joe Biden to get us out of Afghanistan completely. And Trump goes back on his words. He goes back on his words. Everything that he says that a Democrat is going to, everything he says a Democrat is going to get us into and do, he's actually doing right now. Our economy is down. Gas and food prices have increased. People are losing their livelihoods because of the Trump administration and everyone that agrees and sides with the Trump administration. And I'm talking to the MAGA voters. I'm talking to the independents that said, well, I can't vote for Kamala because of everything that's going on in Gaza. And guess what's happened with the Muslim community over there in Dearborn, Michigan? They are having buyer's remorse. There are individuals that are regretting their vote when black people been trying to tell every single person that this man should not be back in office, especially after what happened at the January 6th riot. Every single black person with the right sound of mind, me, my wife, my family members have said that this man is not going to be good for the economy, our country, or any of our allies in the world itself. And here we are getting ready. We may go into World War III, guys. Real talk. We may go into World War III, and any person that supported him that is a YouTuber that has a massive platform, you guys are to blame too. And here we are, because I can tell you, Trump could care less. He couldn't care less for any of us here, especially the ones that are not millionaires and billionaires. Listen to the soldier talk about this and what's going on right now. It's about 7 minutes, and I hang tight because there's something at the end that I want to show you that is very hypocritical to what Trump was saying back during the campaign time frame.
Well, it happened. Trump just struck 3 nuclear facilities in Iran. And I don't think most of you understand what that means. That means we just committed an act of war as the United States of America. Because Israel wanted us to? Because it's the tough thing to do? I remember Trump, when Obama was president, saying that only a weak president would attack Iran to draw the attention off of himself or to cover up the fact that he was a bad president. And look at what just happened. I hope to see all you Trump supporters who are really gung-ho to go fight American protesters. Yeah, I hope I see you down at the United States Military Recruiting Office for the Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, whatever you'd like to join. But I have a feeling that your bone spurs are going to start acting up, and somehow you're going to get out of it. And
Right.
you're going to cry about some reason why you can't go and serve and fight the war that you just supported. Because I want you to understand, there will be a war. Iran has already said it. They have said the United States president has started it, but we will finish it.
We just pissed them off
That's
more.
not propaganda. That is what they have said. And it blows my mind that all of you on the right side or the conservative side or the red side or whatever side you want to call your little cult believed that that was the right move. Because I don't think you understand what's about to happen. Remember what happened last time we accused the Middle East of having weapons of mass destruction? Yeah, we were pulled into a 20-year-long war. A war that when we ended it, and then Joe Biden officially pulled out of Afghanistan, he was criticized for. He did not do it correctly. I have a lot of issues with how he did that. But I did not think that within 3 years, we would be going directly back there to fight another war that we have no business in. A war driven by Israel. A war driven by warmongers who are trying to make a buck. Because I don't think you understand who supports Iran. Because if you're cheering for this, you don't understand what this means. Russia supports Iran. China supports Iran. And all the countries that Russia and China support Iran. That's a lot. This is an issue. And you better be just as prepared to fight as you were prepared to go hurt innocent American civilians protesting this tyrannical regime who is trying to destroy this country. I don't think you understand.
I don't think they understand either. Trump has put and sent the National Guard and our military to California, and he has threatened that he's going to send it to other blue states. So not only will we have a battle within our country with our constituents, with our soldiers that are American citizens going to sanctuary cities because of the illegals in here and criminals. But now we have to send our troops over to the Middle East to fight a war that we did not start.
Are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And Kim Jong-un and President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win.
A very
The ramifications of what happened during the Afghan war, the Iraq war, we lost soldiers, mothers, sons, fathers, daughters, and the civilian casualties that took place of innocent lives being taken. And here we are again in a threat with another country that can come in our backyard. Because we don't know. We don't know when the next terrorist attack will take place in our country. But since Donald Trump has provoked Iran, better watch your six. Just like my brother would always say. He served and was deployed many a times over in Iraq. And I'm glad that he's here today. Some of you guys have lost family members, friends, acquaintances because of the last war. And with Iran, if Russia and China decides that they're going to join in on this, with the relationship that we have with our allies, it may be just be the United States and Israel. Some of you guys voted for this. I sure didn't. Don't celebrate. Do not celebrate. This is nothing to celebrate for. We've been lied to and bamboozled by Trump in the first administration. And we're continuously to get the lies this time around. Subscribe to the channel. This is your boy Walt with the Just Listen podcast. There's nothing left to say. Peace and love.